sweet friends. Angela here, Love God Greatly. Welcome back to Walking in Wisdom. We are starting week 4 in our Walking in Wisdom study. And this week our topic is wisdom in work and wealth. And what a great topic we're going to have this week. The verses that we're reading today on Monday are Proverbs chapter 13, verse 4, and Proverbs 24, verses 30 to 34. And I love when I was praying about just this week and how to start us off, and I was looking at our two different sections of verses that we're reading and stuff. The first verse really popped out to me, and the fact that it said, "The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing." His soul is craving, it's wanting, it's yearning, but it gets nothing. And yet the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. And then using that verse and then going to the next Proverbs 24, where it talks about, seeing this vineyard and how it's overgrown, and there's, thorns, and the walls, the boundary wall is broken down. And I was just kind of really just, thinking about those verses, and, just thinking that, when it comes to work, God has created us for work, right? He's gifted us. He has these amazing plans for us, but He's created us for work, and that we're not called to be lazy. But I feel like laziness truly starts in our soul first, right? That's really step one of how we can't be lazy with our soul, and we have to continually be, weeding it out. So many times we read, even when we look back in the Bible, and you think about, when God first made Adam and Eve, He placed them in a garden, right? He placed them in this beautiful garden. He gave them work, and He said, cultivate this. This is your work. Work in this garden. And I feel like that's how it is in life too, that God plants us in communities, in jobs and areas to work and to cultivate. But also just with our lives and our hearts, that we are supposed to work and cultivate in our hearts also. And so my challenge is, when we're looking at this, is, what weeds are growing in my life right now? What weeds are growing in my soul or in my heart? And I think as we're reading through this, just this week and just today, of just really, going to the Lord and saying, Lord, are there weeds of unforgiveness or of jealousy, weeds of pride that you need to just help me, let me know, reveal it to me, areas of my life and my heart that I just need to, I need to allow you just to pull out and remove. Because so many times in Scripture you talk about how, our souls, our hearts are like a garden, and we have to cultivate it, right? And we have to be active in it. We can't just allow it, all these different, sins to overtake our hearts, right? We have to be actively involved in just allowing your word to bring truth to us. And that as we are cultivating our hearts, then it's going to reflect in our lives as well. It's going to reflect in how we love people. It's going to reflect in how we forgive people, how we serve people. And so I think step one of this week is really taking an honest look at our lives, at the souls of our hearts, at our gardens, and just saying, okay, are there any weeds here that I need to intentionally look at and remove through God's help? So I'm excited for this week, and just realizing that, God has placed us. He has plans for our lives. He has placed us in our homes and our communities for a purpose, and that as we're cultivating, our hearts, our souls, and our families and our communities, God is to be glorified. So thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait just to dig in this week with you guys. So love God greatly. Bye-bye.